Hey guys, Amber here, and I just want to show you behind the scenes of what we do as part of the testing when we have our one of our voice assistants. And so this is actually behind the scenes. This is called a prompt, and what we do is we create a prompt specific to your business and your service. And so every now and then, as we go through and we create the prompt and we create your AI voice assistant, one of the things that we do is we tweak it along the way. And so in this example, we actually have a some changes that were requested. So what we do is we've already made the changes here, and what we're going to do is we need to test it, right? We need to test each and every change, and we need to test it multiple times. So over here we can test with audio or we can test with text, and what we are going to do is we're going to AI simulate a chat, right? And so what we did is we created a demo scenario, okay? So in this scenario, we came up with a pretend customer, right? So we come up with these scenarios and we give it the goal, and what we're doing is um we're going to test the prompt, right? So we're going to go here and I'm going to paste that in and we're going to click test. And what happens is this is essentially AI talking to AI. So we're going to go through and let it do its testing. It's really cool. So let me move my mouse from over here. All right, so what we can do is we can go through here and we can view it to make sure that it did the changes, right? And so this is what the voice assistant did, and this is what the AI simulation did. And what we do is we go through these multiple times. We AI simulate it, but then we also simulate it as a human. Um, and in this instance, she tested, hey, I'd rather not give out my phone number. And so the assistant, the voice answering assistant, right? No worries, I completely understand. And so it went through the flow. But yeah, this is a way that you can actually test and simulate a lot of what we do and what we create for for our clients, excuse me. And so this is really important. This is a part of what we do in our monthly maintenance. If there's any quick updates that you need, word changes, phrase changes that you need, we'll go ahead and do that. But the biggest part is that we have to test it before relaunching it. And then from there, if you want, we can test it manually. So I could go in and I could manually interact with a voice assistant, right? um, and making sure that they quote these things properly. And so in this instance, it did not say what we wanted it to say. It says, "Hey Amber, how can I help you today? Are you looking for a quote, schedule or something else?" Well, it was actually supposed to say, if I go back in the prompt, if I go back in the prompt, it actually was supposed to say something else. All right, so this here, right, says based on, it was supposed to actually say something else. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to the prompt, and I'm going to make sure that it did those changes. See, it was supposed to say this, by the way, you can talk to me like a live person. I'm quite sophisticated, right? So we're going to update that initial greeting there. And we're going to save. And guess what we got to do? We got to test it again. So I'm going to go back and test it. So it looked like it didn't catch that. So this is kind of what we do, right? We go through and let's start a new test. And right here, I'm a virtual AI assistant on a recorded line. How can I make your day a little easier today? And it did not say it, right? So these are the things that we have to go back, because what we type in our prompt is sometimes different than how the AI interprets it, right? Um, so I made that change. We'll start new. But yeah, this is kind of what we get on the background. See, here it is. You see how it actually did that? So now we'll go through, we'll do a new test. We're going to simulate the test, and we're going to start the simulation again. How can I make your day brighter today? And then, by the way, I'm quite sophisticated. So it's actually going through the conversations. So if this is something that interests you, if you want to learn how to build something like this for yourself, let us know. Or if it'd be interested in having an AI voice assistant that's custom trained to your business, we can also help with that as well. Feel free to reach out at any of the links below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.